Hi guys, welcome to Real Talk Saturdays, the show where I talk about either a topic that I want to talk about or something that you suggested via the comments below or social media. So this week I'm going to talk about motivation, but not in the way that you think, because it's come to my attention and people have been telling me this fairly often. People just say something like, well, you're really motivated, or I'll be talking about, going to the gym. They're like, oh, I don't know how you do it. I would never be able to, whatever. And it drives me crazy because I wish people knew how lazy I actually am. And my real friends and ex-boyfriends know this. I can be extremely lazy, and it's just, basically what I want you to know is that motivation is a thing that anyone can do. I am convinced, and I will tell you how in the most unconventional way possible. First order of business, I want to get motivation naked and put it under a microscope. Basically, I want to show you what it actually is. It's not something that's spiritual or up in the ether. It's actually, to me, motivation is a product, a perishable product of your imagination. Basically, whatever priority you may have, whatever goal you may have, motivation to do whatever has to do with that is all in your head. And it's perishable. Are you following me? Think of it this way. You know the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? I'm pretty sure that goes for motivation too. It's not an apple a week, it's not an apple a month or a year on New Year's Eve, wink wink. It's an apple a day. You have to feed it every day. You have to make it happen and renew that thing that makes you go every single day. I know it's hard to hear. I know you want a magic pill or you want a shortcut. Not happening. Let me tell you though how you can basically shorten that route to getting motivated every single day. So the first thing I like to do is scare myself shitless. Yep, I like to use fear as a motivator. We all know it's a motivator. The fight or flight nature of humans and animals, it's a thing. And you can use it to your advantage. I'm not saying get frozen by fear and stop acting or stop doing things. I'm saying whatever you're afraid of, use it. For example, I'm afraid of being super average all my life. I don't want to stay the way I am right now. I want to fulfill my full potential. So I'm using that fear constantly to renew that motivation. Now wait, what are you afraid of? Are you afraid of maybe having diabetes as you grow older, being sick? A lot of fears can be used for your fitness goals, for your health goals, for whatever you want to achieve. Use that fear. Use it. Put it in your face. Let it grow in your mind. Let it sit there and make you want to act. Another thing I like to do is be very self-aware, meaning I like to know what I suck at. I actually kind of like, it's not fun, but I like to see what I'm really bad at and then put it in my face and use that as my motivation. So when I started weightlifting, I was pretty darn sure that I was at the bottom of that totem pole. I was the worst lifter in the gym, I'm convinced. I'm still kind of convinced of that, actually. I don't lift heavy, my form's not great, and especially right now because I'm not lifting at all. So I used that to my advantage. I did not let that stop me. Now don't get me wrong. I didn't get down on myself very often for that because that doesn't serve you. But I did use it to motivate me to get better. And the next thing that I'm going to say actually goes hand in hand with that. So I looked at what I actually loved. So I was bad at weightlifting and I loved weightlifting. What does that tell you? It tells you that you can use those things together. So that's what I did. I told myself how bad I was. I made sure I watched videos of myself. I made sure that I watched videos of people who were better than me. And then I thought, I want to do that. After that, I learned how to use the things that I'm good at. Now, this may not be the same for everyone, but I know, I was just talking about videos, I'm very visual. I get driven by visual cues. So I watch every day, I watch videos, I have on my cell phone, I have a picture of somebody who motivates me. For me, it's all visual, right? I try and feed that every day, look at those things, and make sure that my mind is into it. And you can cycle all those things, fear, suckiness, things you love. Put it all in there and make it work for yourself. And that's another thing I learned. I am good at working towards goals and having deadlines. So I make that work for myself also. I set goals, I tell myself this is your time limit, go after it. If you're not good at that, that's fine. But I'm sure you're going to be able to find something that you're good at. Like many people are very good at respecting a routine. So set one for yourself, absolutely. And earlier I mentioned that I did not get down on myself when I said I was sucky and I wasn't good at anything. I don't let myself go there. Why? Because it's super negative and who needs that shit? But what I did do was see the bottom where I'm really bad and see the incremental progress happen. So you need to train your brain to be good at noticing progress because it doesn't always show up where you think it's going to be. Sometimes I was getting down on myself like, oh, this weight, I'm never going to be able to lift it. Why am I not good? Blah, blah, blah. And all this time, my technique has gotten so much better. So you need to learn to notice those little things because those are the things that are going to encourage you every day. Remember that apple? Every day to get better and go towards that goal. It's all about momentum, guys. You got to keep it going. Keep that fire stoked up. But of course, some days you're just not going to feel good. You're not going to want to do anything, and that's okay. I have days where I sit on my ass, I eat junk food, and I watch Netflix. I do. It's fine. Don't worry about it. The last thing you want to do is push yourself to be motivated every day and be so into it and so hating it because you're pushing too hard. You don't want to resent yourself. If one day you're not feeling good, just let it go. Fuck it. Get out of there. Tomorrow's another day. You can handle taking one night off, and I promise you, you'll thank yourself. And the next day, just be ready to take it on again. Feed that monster. Eat that apple, right? So those are my tips. I hope they help. I know they're not conventional, but I'm not very conventional, and I don't believe in wishy-washy motivation stuff anyway. I'm really having fun making these videos. If you have any topics you want me to cover, just put them down in the comments below, or contact me via social media. That always works. Otherwise, I'm just gonna pick stuff that I want to talk about, and then you're gonna be bored, or maybe you like it. I don't know. So I guess I'll see you next week. Have a good weekend. Take care of yourselves, and don't worry if you're not motivated. Just keep building that fear. Have a good weekend, guys. Bye.
Crazy mother.